And so, I mean, do we have anything crazy to start?
Does not look crazy necessarily. I think this is one of the big reasons they wanted to bring Pine in, not only for when you get to Ruins and you want to run a Widowmaker there, but you still always, you want a Tracer on every control map ever. But also his McCree is one of his best heroes, and I think they're assuming, correctly so, that Boston Uprising are going to run a Pharah with Dreamcasper, and they are. So that is the micro battle to watch. Pine's McCree versus Dreamcasper's Pharah.
Yeah, it's going to come down to real awareness here from Dreamcasper. He can't give Pine any lines of sight to work with. Arc going to swap over to the Mercy, no shocker there. We definitely want that res in play, but we do have Lucio for Neko, so that's interesting. A little bit more of a rapid team here. They can get around the map just a little bit more quickly. Yeah,
it lets you get and take these mid fights away. That positioning is so superior right there. Now they're just going to rotate around to see where the other team is, and they're just straight up bully them out of that because of that speed boost.
And this, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what you're giving up by not having a Lucio. Of course, now you have damage, Discord, and everything with your Zenyatta, but that's why Lucio is still played on control.
Yeah, great positioning there to start from Dreamcasper. That was like the money spot to be, exactly where you want to be, not giving Pine you a shot really to deal with. Now he decides to get a little bit more toasty here, a little bit more aggressive, and he may pay for it somehow. He does find a frag. Well, that was a D-Mech instead. And there you go, Pine. You show up in front of Pine, you give him a chance to shoot your head off, and he will.
That is one angry chicken right there. Sorry, Pine, I think it's a good name change. It's a good name change from Chicken to Pine. He is off of the bench with a vengeance. That is 4 eliminations in that fight from him.
This is exactly what we kind of expected to see from Pine. He is one of those beastly players that you just have to worry about, and you're going to have to try and deal with. And so now we have to see, do they decide to stick with it? I mean, obviously they have so much energy built up now on Dreamcasper. He's going to want to get that barrage in play. So we'll see if he can find that angle. You're looking for that flank with the Pharah, trying to get into the back line to blow a couple people up, and he didn't waste any time at all. He's already used it, and he does manage to find Jonak. So there's a strong start here for Boston.
Jonak brought back to life, though, as Arc has used his Valkyrie. Kellic still 10% away from his own Valkyrie. They give up that point for free, though, and that's something you don't necessarily want to do because it can be difficult to bring back. However, with this full team wipe, they should be regaining percentage control.
This is ridiculous now. I mean, between Saviobi and Pine, when the pro players are saying, oh, it's the tank and support meta now, these guys are just like, hold my beer, fam. Yeah. Let me go ahead and just go wreck this team real quick. My guys are all dead, but that doesn't matter because Pine has still got my back and we're good. All right, that is unbelievable.
At the end of the day, pointing and shooting is still a valuable skill in Overwatch. Tank play, smart play, all good, but you gotta hit those headshots, and that's exactly what these two are doing.
Unbelievable. All right. Well, Boston right now, I mean, now it's just going to be about catching their breath. They need to try and figure out a good way to deal with these guys. Pine with the zoning Deadeye buying so much time, and he even gets damage in as well. So we'll see how this pans out because he's going to have to try and play that careful angle. Saviobi does force the Primal Rage. That was a great Primal Rage from Gamsu, just keeping himself alive. We'll have to see if he can get anything out of it, though. And while Pine is just insufferable.
The dynamic duo, Striker was getting shot from the backside there, then it was forced into Pine. Pine flashbangs him and deletes him with one swift click to the head there. And now going after a little bit more, flashbang and deleted. They're still in strong control, and right now Boston has to decide if they're gonna back out or try to keep contesting this point. I don't know if they have time to back out.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit grim here. 95%, and Pine continues to reign in. Death and destruction, just doing so much damage to Gamsu that he's forced to give ground. And well, they're very close here, Boston Uprising, to pick up the point. They've only got 24%. They need to do everything they can, but Pine continues to reign supreme. Another Deadeye from him so quickly. Doesn't find the frag, though.
Flashed and fanned, though, was that Winston. Now they're going to have to back up, and boom! Pine wins the duo at the OK Corral in that room.
What is this?
This is bonkers.
3 kills. Let's get a 4th. Why not? Gamsu's just going to sacrifice himself, and he finally takes down the beast, but it doesn't matter. Pine created so much space. They couldn't even get in there to stop the point from rolling over. All right, Pine, I believe him. When he asks who's the best, yeah. Okay,
he's making a case.
He's making a pretty strong point here. I mean, Boston, they're like, oh man, I'm feeling so hopeful about this, guys. It's going so well. Pine's like, no.
So used to people who can talk the talk but don't really walk the walk. That man is walking the walk right there.
He might say that he's strutting.
Strutting.
As chickens do. Never mind. All right, so moving into the next one. I mean, we'll see.
Peacock strut. I've never seen a chicken be like, that chicken looks a little smug with its strut across the yard.
Are you kidding me? This coming from you? I mean, you practically grew up on a farm. Chicken strut. They roll around like they own the place. Pine does. You gotta pay rent to Pine, man. Everybody here. All right, well, enough about that. Let's move on, because now we get into the second point. Countdown has begun to the point unlocking. And so Pine just kind of figuring things out here, where he wants to try and make his next play.
Casper has gone on to the Pharah again, and we're going to see how long he wants to live this life, because he's going to have to try to deal with Pine. You can do it. Well, not that time he can't, as he gets disconnected from his Mercy, finds himself in Pine's crosshairs right there. And they continue to get... He's so aggro on this McCree. He rolls in, somersaults in. That's another 3-kill life for Pine.
Okay, so in the span of 25 seconds, he gets the Deadeye! All right, I can't even finish my sentence before he kills someone else. This is unreal. All right, so it took about, like, what, 20 seconds, 25 seconds to get his ultimate? Hey, that's absurdly fast.
Watch this. He's going to go up here, and what he wants to do is try to set up for a Deadeye for that first moment that he sees the Pharah Mercy peek out around the corner. It's a good angle for it. In fact, now he's just not going to be patient enough to do it. He just wants to be on that high ground there. And now, where are your Pharah Mercy ever going to come from? They're actually off of the Pharah Mercy. That's how much he punished it.
They're just like, okay, enough is enough. We need to find a way to deal with this. And Dreamcasper has swapped over to the McCree, so we'll see if he can have any impact here. They were touching the point for just a little bit, but they're so scared of showing themselves. This is such a fantastic position for Pine to be in, because he controls all of this open space in front of him. And he's just putting the fear of Pine into him right now.
There's no way to really deal with him. You can try to dive this. Like earlier we saw a team dive Logix, who was having a good game on McCree, but he's just punishing every step they take. That was 3 quick hits right there.
Yeah, I mean, he's already up to 29% on his ultimate, and so this is a bit of the Pine show right now. I'm sure somebody's going to be able to step up and do something about it soon here, because we're up to 60%. Boston, you need to make a play, and that's one way to do it. Striker taps the point, tries to draw the attention back to the point, trying to draw somebody out of position here. We'll see if it actually works, though, because, I mean, New York Excel, they don't really seem too concerned.
They will not be baited. However, that's a nice opening kill from Casper to take down Jonik there. He got around on the flank. Speaking of flanks, Pine is trying to catch them on the way back out. Calyx out of this fight, unfortunately, and he had Valkyrie ready.
I mean, let's see. There we go. Finds Gamsu in the back. We're just following it. They're just, they don't want to have anything to do with this, man. Note, there is no sweet way to go here. He wants to end it painlessly. Pine is merciful in the end. You know, it's scary to drop it. Okay. A bit too dark, but I mean, dude, this is unbelievable. Are they going to be able to get anything done, or is it just going to be a complete and utter shutdown? They are not even able to get in there to tap the point to delay things further, Boston. They got completely rolled.
Pine put them in a box right there. That was amazing. That was the best McCree play I've seen in a very long time. Why was that man on the bench? I mean, all due respect. My goodness.
Yeah, that you got to feel good right now. If you're New York Excelsior, if you're the coach, you're just like, hold on. So we can play 2 maps, and it's going to be close. We're still going to look pretty damn good. And then we're going to go ahead and put Pine and actually just end this. Like, we're going to go to a break. Couple minutes, guys, and we'll be back for the 4th map in this series, and we'll see if Pine's reign of terror continues.